Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 State of the City. What better day could we have? We've got water in the lake, we have sunshine, and now we have a senior at Folsom High School, Zoe Carpenter, to lead us in the national anthem. So I invite all of you to please stand while Zoe presents the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you so much.
If you could all please remain standing for our invocation from Pastor Brad Franklin.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything you do for our city to make it great. Let's pray together, please. Father in heaven, thank you so much for this group of people. I'm grateful for everyone. Everyone who's here is here because they love this town that we live in, and so thank you for all the work that they all do. Thank you, Lord, especially for those who serve in leadership roles in our city, our mayor, our vice mayor, our council members, our city manager, and all the people that work in our city, Lord, from the leaders to the people who pick up our garbage to the people who give us water. So many great gifts come because we have people that are dedicated to serve us and care for us. So thank you for all of them. Lord, for everyone in our city who coaches kids in sports, who teach our children in schools, the ones who lead the school district or the college next door, for all of them, Lord, thank you for them. And for all of us today, I pray that you would give us your blessing, not for our sake, but for the sake of others, so that we would be able to serve others well and continue to make this a great place to live. Lord, thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Brad. Please be seated. Our organization has the privilege of hosting many community events, such as today's State of the City. We appreciate it, and we could not do it without our valuable sponsors. Today's presenting sponsors are Intel Corporation and Folsom Ranch. Please join me in watching the Folsom Ranch video.
After more than 25 years of planning and now more than 4 years of construction, the first new neighborhoods are complete at Folsom Ranch. The first elementary school in the plan area will be opening right next to a neighborhood park that's now being designed. All the while, Folsom Ranch is earning its reputation as naturally perfect and perfectly Folsom, with plans for more than 1,000 acres of protected open space, including 500 acres of contiguous oak woodlands and 30 miles of new trails. And now, in addition to single-family homes available in new neighborhoods, Folsom Ranch will be welcoming a new workforce living community and luxury apartments. Crews are working on the Shops at Folsom Ranch, a neighborhood retail center likely to be anchored by a coffee shop, and then across East Bidwell Street, a community retail center with a full-service grocery store, restaurants, and all the services residents expect. And best of all, it's Folsom. It's us. It's 95630.
In case you haven't noticed, there's a lot of activity in Folsom Ranch. In December, Mangini Parkway opened, allowing easy access to residents across Mangini Ranch Elementary School for access to Mangini Ranch. Toll Brothers Luxury Clubhouse will be opening in the spring, and the first commercial building with Chevron located at the Shops of Folsom Ranch has started being built. So things are really progressing, not only from a home building standpoint, but from a commercial standpoint. We would not be possible to have today without our platinum level sponsors, Dignity Health, Easton Development Company, Elliott Homes, Keller Williams, and Palladio. How about a big round of applause for them? Mark your calendars to celebrate Folsom's finest. Choose Folsom Awards reception, which will be on March 23rd from 5:30 to 7 right here at Lakeside. Our gold level sponsors for today are Dock and Engineering, Kaiser Permanente, Lakeside Folsom, Palmer Kazajian, Wool and Hudson, Safe Credit Union, SMUD, Snooks Candies, which if you noticed on your plate is a logo Choose Folsom chocolate from Snooks Candies, and Wells Fargo. Big round of applause for them. We're really fortunate to have many of our elected officials with us today, so I'd like to acknowledge either the elected official or their representative. Representing Congressman Kevin Kiley's office is Jack Johnson. Jack, are you here? Thanks, Jack. The Honorable State Senator Roger Nilo. The Honorable and resident of Folsom State Assemblyman Josh Hoover. From Supervisor Frost's office, Scott Borges. Our presenter today, Mayor Rosario Rodriguez, who's here joined by her fellow council members, Vice Mayor YK Chalam-Cherla, Sarah Aquino, Mike Kozlowski, and Anna Rohrbaugh. Please all stand. Our city manager, Elaine Anderson. And it's my pleasure to introduce the new president of Folsom Lake College, Art Pimentel. Welcome, Art. We're glad you're here, and we're glad you're in Folsom. Here representing the Folsom Cordova Unified School District Board of Trustees is Kara Lofthouse. I haven't seen her, but she was on the reservation list. I'd also like to extend a special thanks to our leadership at the three organizations. We have Dr. Shana DiMariano, who is the chair of our board of the chamber. We have Candy Harper, who's the chair of our Tourism and Economic Development Corporation. And Bob Holderness, the chair of our Folsom Community Development Corporation. So thank you so much. I'd also like to acknowledge any of those that serve on those boards. So if you'd all please stand, because it's your volunteerism and dedication that make this what it is. So thank you so much for your time and efforts. I'd also like to thank all of you that are in business, because Folsom wouldn't be what it is without you. And in particular, our many volunteers and chamber organizations, our chamber committees. We have our ambassadors, our FLIP, which is the Folsom's Leading Young Professionals, and our government affairs. So big round of applause for them also, please. The strength of Folsom really is derived from those that are in business and part of Choose Folsom and our city of Folsom that drives our local economy. Since 1984, Intel has been the cornerstone of Folsom. As a technology leader, Intel has led the way for Folsom's emergence as a tech hub for the region. Intel's philanthropic programs set them apart as leaders in giving back to the community. Before I introduce our introducer, I'd like to say that this is the first time that our mayor has been able to deliver the message bilingually. So I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, please join me in welcoming Intel Amber Wisely, who is the VP of Global Benefits.
Thanks, Joe. Hello, everybody. Today I have the honor of introducing Mayor Rosario Rodriguez. And like Intel, she has had a long-standing commitment to giving back to this great community of Folsom. She has served on the Folsom Historic District Commission. She has served as a trustee for the Folsom Rotary Foundation and as a board member for Twin Lakes Food Bank, among many other roles. As a small business owner of a top-rated Folsom taqueria, and a former healthcare leader, she has vast and varied experience, which has really resulted in an unparalleled understanding of the needs of both small businesses and large businesses, which I think makes Folsom so unique. While elected to council in 2020, this is her first year as mayor, and I know we're all looking forward to her remarks and her vision on what the city of Folsom's future will be. Before I welcome her to the stage, I'd like to thank each of you for your contributions to Folsom. As Intel addresses the headwinds in this economic challenging environment and we position ourselves for future growth, we could not ask for a better partner than the city of Folsom, our diverse council, and including very much our own 2020 Exceptional Women of Color awardee, Mayor Rodriguez, and the leaders of Folsom that are in this room today. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mayor Rodriguez.
Gracias por estar con nosotros este día. That's all I can get through, Joe, before I have to start thinking too much. When Joe Gagliardi, president and CEO of Choose Folsom, and I first talked about State of the City, he asked me about my message. He said, what's this message going to be like? I said to him, well, Joe, I have a post-it at my desk at the mayor's office that's hashtag GSD. And this post-it is to remind me of my purpose. It is to get beep done. He informed me that it wasn't appropriate to use that sort of language in a church setting. What part-time clergyman Joe Gagliardi doesn't know is that dung, AKA shit, is spoken throughout the Bible 47 times. Good afternoon and welcome, honorable dignitaries, distinguished chamber members, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege of a lifetime to serve as your mayor and to have the opportunity to deliver this annual message to you today. For many years, this has been an important tradition to our city. I would like to thank Choose Folsom for bringing us together and for your tireless commitment to the Folsom business community. And today, I am excited to share the state of our great city with you. As I look around the room, I am inspired and hopeful. I see some of the best and the brightest representing the strength and diversity of our city's business community. Business leaders, entrepreneurs, and community members who invest in our city because you care about this city. There's something special about Folsom, something magical, a deep sense of community, a sense of generosity, and a culture of caring and support. Before I proceed, let me give you a personal example. Let's rewind back to 2016. I had taken a leap of faith and traded my six-figure healthcare job to pursue my dream of owning a taqueria in historic Folsom. As a new small business owner, I was working dual jobs for a few months until the demand was too great. I was working around the clock 24/7 while also caring for my now late husband, Paul, during his aggressive chemotherapy treatments. It became clear to those closest to me that I was in high gear for a prolonged period of time. Joe Gagliardi approached me in his best godfather manner, saying, I have an offer you can't refuse. He offered to manage my restaurant while I took a vacation. The Telegraph titled it Taqueria Takeover, as Joe, with 6 other trusted friends, managed my restaurant for 8 days. I was able to get away and recharge my batteries on the beaches of Cabo San Lucas. I rested easy, knowing full well that my new restaurant was in good hands. That, my friends, is the Folsom way. To quote Captain James T. Kirk, to boldly go where no man has gone before is our starting point. Today, we look at where we've been, where we are, and where we are going. And together, we will #GSD. One of the toughest parts of my job today stems from the fact that we have a lot to share and a lot to celebrate. So let's explore 10 themes today, 10 ideas, plans, and visions that give us insight about our city's progress and potential. All right, let's go. Number 1, healthy, balanced community and prosperous economy. As we look to the future, economic development and job creation remains a top priority. We continue to see a promising future as major investments continue to be made throughout the city. I truly like the brand that has been adopted by our community, Choose Folsom. Visit, connect, and prosper. That says it all. We all know that the city of Folsom has so many wonderful things that we can be proud of and oftentimes don't tell the story. In recent times, I've had the opportunity to meet with both local and visitors, and many times people are not aware of the wonderful amenities and attributes our city has, not only here, but also in the region. It is an exciting time for economic development in Folsom, as today we are becoming a growing medical hub brimming with healthcare opportunities. Dignity Health is moving forward with the new state-of-the-art medical complex on 27 acres in the northeast corner of East Bidwell Street and Alder Creek Parkway. The project includes an acute care center with 300 beds and a ground-level heliport facility and 2 medical office buildings. UC Davis is also expanding its care in Folsom. The healthcare system purchased a 34.5-acre parcel on East Bidwell, south of Highway 50, and site work is underway, and its first building construction is expected to commence at the second quarter of this year. Initial plans call for an outpatient medical office building, and in the future, a micro-hospital with an ambulatory surgery center and a hotel. And Kaiser Permanente recently announced its expansion plans for a 260,000 square foot, 4-story state-of-the-art medical office building located next to its existing building with ambulatory surgery centers on Palladio Parkway. It will be Kaiser Permanente's second comprehensive care center in Northern California and will include an urgent care center, a surgery center, and more than 90 clinical offices offering mental health, adult, and family medicine. Increased economic investment isn't limited to the healthcare sector. To further the city's economic development goals, the City Council approved an agreement with Sci-Fi Networks to deliver fast and reliable fiber optic broadband internet connectivity to every home and business in Folsom. This fiber optic network enables smart city applications, boosts economic growth, and helps close the digital divide. Higher education, as demonstrated by Folsom Lakes College growing campus, also contributes to Folsom's growing economy. Folsom Lake College recently broke ground on a state-of-the-art science building. The 75,000 square foot structure is set to open in 2024 and will house 6 biology labs, 6 chemistry labs, and a 4,000 square foot science center. It's the ideal training ground for a STEM career, and it will help cultivate a top quality workforce in our city. Speaking of sparkling innovation, Choose Folsom's Granite School is serving as a tech and innovation hub for startup companies and entrepreneurs. Located in a 105-year-old school building that was designated as a historical landmark, it now serves as the next generation of co-working space in the heart of Folsom's historic district. Our local economy is growing modestly, and we are proceeding with caution as the market stabilizes from record inflation rates, the ripple effects of the pandemic, and the potential recession on the horizon. Home sales are up 12.9%, and over the last year, the average price of a home sold during 2022 was just shy of $800,000. We've seen continued growth in our assessed value property, sitting at nearly $18 billion. This reflects a 7% increase over last year. There are nearly 43,000 jobs here in Folsom, and our unemployment rate sits at 2.4%, among the lowest in the region. My colleague, Councilmember Aquino, had previously suggested setting up economic zones with the city and have each council member spearhead both public and private projects in those zones that they adopt. I believe that we can evaluate each project's merit and prioritize the project for both short-term and long-term implementation. We already have a park master plan, trail master plan, and a plan for the Johnny Cash Trail, but all lack funding to start or complete, so it would be important to evaluate innovative opportunities for those projects. We also recently had a subcommittee evaluate surplus city properties for opportunities to develop, sell, joint venture, or do nothing. We look forward to the future development in the town center of Folsom Ranch, a mixed-use, walkable gathering place designed to inspire celebration and community connections. It will blend unique amenities with outdoor spaces that honor our distinctive nature. We have begun planning for the revitalization of the city's central business district to encourage new investment in the older areas of East Bidwell and Riley corridors between Sutter Middle School and the Blue Ribbon Road. Working in our community will set a vision and determine our design, infrastructure, and circulation needs for the vital area of our city. While we plan, we will move forward with safety improvements on Riley Street, including upgraded sidewalks and new bike lanes made possible thanks to $4 million of bike courtesy of Congressman Ami Bera. The city's general plan calls for a preparation of a river district master plan with the goal of activating our expansive waterfront for improved access, recreation, and economic development. Through strategic partnership and community involvement, we will imagine the future of our waterfront in the heart of Folsom and in the heart of nature together. You can also expect to see council study sessions that will enable this council to discuss important topics publicly and provide direction to staff. As we continue economic recovery, we are committed as ever to supporting and expanding Folsom's economy and supporting our business community. Number 2, opportunity and expansion. Development activity in Folsom remains high. Our physical location, coupled with our high-quality amenities, easily translate into real estate gold. In fact, it's what likely earned us the recent designation as one of the most livable cities in the country from personal finance website Smart Asset. In 2022, we issued more than 6,100 building permits and will create as many as 841 new single-family homes, 8 multifamily apartment projects, and 6 new commercial buildings, including a new AC hospital by Marriott at the Palladio. We also issued nearly 221 permits for residential, commercial, and office improvements and additions. We are committed to providing a range of housing choice to ensure Folsom is a community for all. We launched a study last year focusing on growth in key areas near jobs, transit, and services. The goal is to reduce auto dependency and encourage higher density development and attainable housing opportunities. 338 new apartment units were constructed last year, and efforts to diversify our housing options are gaining ground. Our accessory dwelling ordinance provides additional housing options, and we helped more than 160 elderly community members age in place with home improvement projects through our Seniors Helping Seniors program. These are important steps towards ensuring a mixed housing option so people of all ages, incomes, and stages in life have a chance to make or keep Folsom as their home. We welcomed more than 2,500 new residents to the Folsom Ranch south of Highway 50 in the last year alone, and we are seeing a growing sense of place and community. The Folsom Cordova Unified School District opened Mangini Ranch Elementary School for the 21-22 school year and will break ground this year on the Alder Creek Elementary School. Construction will begin this year with the Folsom Fire Department Station 34. 3 new miles of trail will be added and will soon break ground on the area's first park. White Rock Road from Prairie City Road to East Bidwell Street has been reconstructed into a safer, higher capacity 4-lane expressway as part of the Southeast Connector, which will one day connect Interstate 5 in Elk Grove to Highway 50 in El Dorado County. We also wrapped up the Scott Road Extension project, improving travel between Highway 50 and Rancho Murrieta. Number 3, we mean business. We know that to continue to attract high-quality development in the future, we must support the business needs of today. At City Hall, our goal is to make it as easy as possible to do business with us, and bringing City Hall to our customers instead of the other way around. Improvements to our permitting process have been improved with the launch of the new electronic permitting and payment system. This year, you'll see a new state-of-the-art permit center at City Hall that will streamline planning, engineering, and building services and improve access to information. We are updating our zoning code and focused on mixed-use and higher density residential development in key areas of the city. And we are exploring development opportunities on city-owned surplus land to support economic development and tourism. The beloved parklets and alfresco dining will continue, as the City Council approved, making the temporary outdoor dining permit program permanent. We continue to encourage residentials to shop local. It's always the right choice when you consider the fact that it creates jobs, support local businesses, and results in tax dollars staying in our community, funding programs like public safety and critical infrastructure. Number 4, impact of our infrastructure. When it comes to our infrastructure in Folsom, each new year affords us the opportunity to say that we're improving on the last. This year, we'll make intersection improvements on Iron Point Road and East Bidwell Streets, providing much-needed traffic relief on the notoriously choked roadway. We'll install median barriers, improve paving, and implement other safety measures on Folsom Lake Crossing. And we'll continue design and environmental work on the Empire Ranch Road interchange. Construction could begin as early as 2025. All these projects serve to improve the flow of traffic, the hum of commerce, and the safety of pedestrians, cyclists, and motorists. Upgrades continue on our intelligent traffic management system, and the city is considering roundabouts to reduce speeding and improve traffic flows at certain key areas in Folsom. We talk a lot about prevention in Folsom because we understand the value. We are investing more than $2 million annually on pavement maintenance, filling potholes, and repairing cracked pavement. As a result of these simple investments, we'll extend the life of our transportation infrastructure, saving millions in the coming years on road replacements we won't have to make. When I talk about our infrastructure, I'm not just talking about roads and bridges. I'm proud to report that in 1 year alone, the city's waste and recycling division has diverted more than 11,000 tons of organic material from local landfills, making good progress on the greenhouse gas goals outlined in the new California State Law, Senate Bill 1383. We continue to invest millions annually into water and wastewater infrastructure. The city has provided over 700 WaterWise house calls and supported more than 350 customers with water conservation rebates. In the year ahead, we will develop a long-range strategy and action plan for Folsom's water reliability. Number 5, Safe Community, brought to you by Folsom Police and Fire Department. The most important investment our city can make is the safety of our citizens. In fact, half of the city's budget is dedicated to public safety. Thanks in large part to public safety, Folsom has long been known as one of the safest cities in the country. According to SafeWise, who pulls the data from the FBI crime statistics, in 2022, the total crime rate in Folsom was below almost 40% than the California total crime rate. Of the top 50 cities in California in 22, Folsom ranked number 30, which went up 12 points from the year before. To put this in perspective, there are 450 cities in California. So big applause to the men in blue here for keeping us safe. And our We are home to some of the finest law enforcement professionals equipped with the best tools and techniques to fight crime and serve our community. Our dispatchers are here for us 24/7, answering the call in the toughest moments at unparalleled speed. In 2022, dispatchers answered over 105,000 calls, and our police officers responded to over 38,000 incidents. Our new citizen online police reporting system allows an immediate submission of a police report for non-emergency incidents, offering a convenient way to report minor incidents. The new body-worn and in-car camera program strengthens our relationship with the community through transparency. The new video technology automatically triggers when officers activate their red lights or draw their weapons. Thanks to a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety, the police department rolled out an expanded traffic services program to deter dangerous driving. And the department has partnered with Sacramento County to place a mental health crisis coordinator 4 days a week. The team responds to any incidents involving a person in crisis. We never lost sight of the wisdom found in an ounce of prevention, and it begins with our youth. Our school resource officers are constantly on the go during the school year, serving students at Folsom schools while educating our youth on important issues ranging from cyber safety to fentanyl to drunk driving. You see, public safety is a team effort that requires an open dialogue between the community and those who enforce the law. Community policing strategies are working well, and residents and police officers regularly collaborate to find solutions to improve public safety. This grassroots approach to policing allows our officers to get to know the unique needs of the communities throughout Folsom and allows our residents to help be our eyes and our ears. From Coffee with the Cop, National Night Out, Open House for the Police and Fire, strong community partnership make our city safer and more connected. You will frequently see our public safety personnel in community events, in parades, in our schools visiting neighbors with Santa's sleigh, and collecting toys for local community members in need during the holidays. This year, in collaboration with other organizations, Santa held an evening for special needs kids to meet Santa. A mother of an autistic son sent an email of how excited her son was to have met Santa and how it blessed her family. This year marks a transition in both our police and fire departments, and we said goodbye and thanks to many long-time personnel. While goodbyes are never easy, we welcome new police and fire personnel to our city. The police department swore in 13 new officers to replace retirees. They also brought on 3 dispatchers, an animal control officer, and a records supervisor. The fire department graduated and pinned 16 new recruits from 2 fire academies and promoted 1 battalion chief, 2 fire captains, and 2 firefighters. To the men in red, thank you for what you do. We know that you oftentimes put your life on the lines, and so applause for our firefighters. Arguably, the fire department's most popular employee is Blitz, a golden doodle therapy dog who was generously donated by local nonprofit Hearts for Heroes. Blitz gets deployed to reduce stress and provide comfort, and he brings out the biggest smiles wherever he goes. There's a state's mutual aid system. Folsom Fire Department and Folsom Police Department crews were among the frontline responders supporting firefighting efforts, including Electra, Rices, and mosquito fires, while ensuring the Folsom community is safe and well prepared. In total last year, the Folsom Fire Department responded to more than 9,700 incidences and provided life-saving mutual aid to nearby communities. We invested in new fire engine, ladder truck, utility trucks, and upgraded wildland protection gear to ensure our crews are prepared for emergency response. Number 6, we are fun. As our tagline says, Folsom is distinct by nature. Home to more than 50 miles of paved recreation trails, Folsom Lake, Lake Natoma, and the serene American River. Mountain biking, cycling, hiking, and paddleboarding are just a few of our favorite pastimes, making us a destination for outdoor adventure and events. This year, Visit Folsom adds the Spartan Race to its robust calendar of races, runs, and rowing competitions. The city offers everything from A to Z when it comes to amenities, from the Aquatic Center to the Zoo Sanctuary. Opportunities are everywhere in Folsom to learn, grow, and play. As we say, parks make life better. This year, we continue to invest in our parks and trail system. Design will begin on the Benevento Family Park next to Vista del Lago High School. We heard directly from our community, and the new park will feature a children's play area, sand volleyball courts, and a food truck area. Prospector Park in Folsom Ranch is set to open this year, complete with a field for soccer, rugby, a farmer's market, a ball field courts, and a dog park. We completed renovation of our pools at the Aquatic Center. Hold on one sec. I feel my throat now getting dry. And this year, we'll invest nearly $1 million from the Federal American Rescue Plan funding to support facility renovations and trail repairs. We will soon activate the potential of the Hinkle Creek Nature Center for education and enrichment programs. If you haven't been, the Nature Center is surrounded by 73 acres of stunning nature, a welcome respite from a daily hustle and bustle. Our newly adopted active transportation plan will serve as a long-range compass for creating the future of walking and biking through Folsom. This year, we'll begin a feasible study for the overcrossing on Folsom Boulevard. This year will also mark a major milestone as well as for the Johnny Cash Trail. We'll install the first piece of public art on the Johnny Cash Trail entrance in historic Folsom. It's a 7-foot-tall black bronze guitar pick. This year, we'll renew our focus on making the art experience a reality with a refreshed marketing and sponsorship plan and community celebration this summer. We played host to nearly 40 sporting tournaments and welcomed thousands of swimmers and spectators to meet at the Aquatic Center. More than just competition, these events support tourism and pay real dividends, from dining, local restaurants, to the hotel stays. The Folsom Public Library is more than your typical library. It's a community center. The busiest library checked out more than 550,000 items this 1 year alone. We have a community that loves to read, with nearly 1,700 participating in our Summer Reading Challenge. And each week, Folsom's youngest residents gather for a story time, offered 7 times a week. Our library also thinks outside the book. You can also check out adventure kits, board games, and now even California State Park passes, providing access to Folsom Lake, to Tahoe State Recreation Area, and beyond. This year, the Friends of Folsom Library will expand its bookstore, and the carpeting will get refreshed. And the Children's Storytime Room will be reimagined and renovated thanks to the generous donations by the community. Number 7, strong and connected communities. Without our community, the items on the list aren't possible. In Folsom, about 60 residents serve on their city for boards and commissions to address community challenges and make Folsom the best city it can be. As I touched on earlier, we are a community of givers and a community that cares, a spirit that I truly believe is unequaled. On any given day in Folsom, you can find countless volunteers serving their fellow community members, neighborhoods, and city, donating time helping our zoo sanctuary, the library, planting trees, and cleaning up parks, and supporting our public safety agencies. Members from the Community Emergency Response Team, Citizens Assisting Public Safety, and the Sierra Law Enforcement Chaplaincy provided thousands of volunteer hours supporting our public safety departments. Each year, thousands of Folsom community members join the Folsom Community Service Day in September. Last year, over 100 projects were complete and over 60,000 pounds of food was collected for Twin Lakes Food Bank. Our strength as a community is evident in everything we do. Number 8, finance matters. Now, I wouldn't be providing a complete picture of our city if I didn't address our city's finances. For decades, our city has been committed to fiscal responsibility, keeping a watchful eye on our spending and saving funds for a rainy day, all while providing the highest level of service to our community. We have a healthy rainy day fund, our budget is balanced, and our finances are stable. Our city's finance department oversees a $102 million general fund spending plan with clarity and transparency. But while our current budget is sound, we forecast a storm on the horizon. Sales tax revenue is no longer keeping up with the cost to provide services, and the city's aging infrastructure is demanding attention. By 2026, we will see a multi-million-dollar shortfall, and if we factor in deferred maintenance, such as repairs and restoration that we put on the back burner, that number will exceed $20 million. With one eye on city services and another on the city's bottom line, our city council will be having difficult conversations about closing a structural budget deficit with more demands than we have revenues. So how do we expand our abilities to support and build an even better community? We need a strong and growing business community to be able to stay on top and get better. That is why economic development is my #1 priority. And we will partner with our community to address the funding gap together. As always, you have our utmost commitment to transparency and public involvement. We stand committed to leaving a legacy for tomorrow, not a debt. 9, living history. While we plan for the needs of today, we look to our past for valuable lessons. Our community would not be where it is today and without the vision, leadership, and commitment of past leaders, activists, and public servants. Over 150 years ago, Folsom was settled by pioneers and innovators, restless to take control of their destinies. As a railroad hub and a gold-rush town, Folsom was built on the foundation of innovation and an entrepreneur spirit. Today, we honor and celebrate our deep roots, and we are committed to protecting the special history that makes Folsom so unique. We respect our yesterdays as much as we respect our tomorrows. I don't need to tell you that Folsom Historic District is a real jewel in our community, sometimes referred to as our city's living room. It is a vibrant hub for shopping, dining, and rich history. This year, we will learn more about the restoration needs of both the iconic depot building and the superintendent's house, and I am hopeful that we will lay out a roadmap to address the restoration needs. And if you haven't had a chance to visit the Folsom History Museum lately, you must. Under the new leadership of Rita Mukherjee Hofstad, who is launching the organization and its museum into a new era, Folsom History is reinventing themselves into a more broadly focused organization for all of Folsom residents. It will be working on transforming Pioneer Village into a creative, active, historically inspired makerspace where visitors can engage in creative innovation. The Chinese Heritage Museum interior planning is now underway and will be a place to explore how cultural innovation can strengthen communities. Finally, the Folsom History Museum is looking to get an exterior facelift and will work well to serve our schools and other groups. 10, the vision ahead, excellence. Just as those who came before us, and we will continue to build a solid foundation for future generations who call Folsom home, we must look inward and onward. Based on extensive community input, we are working on a comprehensive 5-year strategic plan. The plan will sharpen our focus, identify our key priorities, and create a clear path to achieve our goals. So now you can understand why #GSD is an important message to me. There's a lot of work that will take place over this next year, but excellence is attainable. It may get uncomfortable at times, but discomfort isn't a bad thing. It just means we're progressing. What we need to do is surround ourselves with people who strive for excellence. Just to highlight a few instances from the past couple of months. This is Elaine Anderson, our very own city manager, who recently ran her first half marathon just 2 weeks ago. That's pretty huge. My special guest today, Priyan Brua, is a Vista Del Lago senior who gave a TEDx Folsom talk this past weekend on teaching to learn and learning to teach. She was outstanding. Eric Lee. Eric Lee, owner of Bacchus House, raised $80,000 for the Shriners Hospital for Children. That's superb. And the 2 businesses that achieved 30 years of doing business in Folsom, Frank Visconti from Visconti's Restaurant and Nancy Ashley from Powerhouse Ministries. 30 years in business. How awesome is that? So join me in this vision, because this is where the vision comes in. This is my vision, that our business community is strong and vibrant with plenty of jobs to service our community so that we have a job-housing balance, that our public safety departments are able to keep up with the community safe and are on the top of the comparative cities. a place where our high school students can live after graduation and get a higher education and return to live, that we are a healthcare hub, that we have a startup ecosystem that encourages innovation and entrepreneurship through collaboration, that our historic district has a mix of businesses that makes it a strong, vibrant destination for both residents and visitors, that our tourism amenities be developed so that Folsom becomes a destination and supports our hospitality, retail, and restaurant businesses, that our primary and secondary schools remain at the top, that the River District Plan be implemented so that our rivers and lakes have amenities that create a sense of place and desirability for both all kinds of recreation and cultural activities, that the Johnny Cash Art Trail project is completed and is visited extensively, that our development of our infrastructure, such as roads, trails, and public transportation, be expanded to make Folsom easier to navigate in all forms of transportation, the development of the town center be done, and that it is a special place, that our extensive open space be utilized for unique educational and recreational uses, that we continue to expand our collective efforts through the 50 Economic Alliance to market and promote all that we have in Folsom, El Dorado, and Rancho Cordova for both economic development and tourism. I want us to never forget that we must continue to be strong and pursue excellence to remain a top competitor. I am confident that if we work together, we can take this city to the next level and make it even better. Ladies and gentlemen, let us tap into the strength, the drive, and the excellence of our community. The state of the city is strong. Join me as we leave a legacy with this great city of Folsom. Thank you.
Folsom has long been a prosperous city of opportunity and beauty. A town built on a foundation of an entrepreneurial spirit, a love of nature, deep roots, and an even deeper sense of community. Dreamers and doers saw something special in a little community on the American River. They saw opportunity, beauty, and had a vision for what Folsom could be. While we plan for the needs of today, we look to and learn from our past. Our responsibility is to build on this legacy while creating a better Folsom for the future, to realize our potential today as well as our tomorrow, to make our city the very best it can be, the best city for all. We never stop improving, always eager to do more, planning, innovating, doing. We are a city in constant motion. The potential for the future is limitless.
Thank you, Mayor Rodriguez, for your service and your leadership in the city of Folsom. Thank you very much. It would not be an event that Choose Folsom does if I didn't overlook someone that's a dignitary in the group. So it's my pleasure, the president of Folsom Cordova Unified School District Board of Trustees, David Reed, is in the back. Thank you, David, for being here. Thank you to our presenting sponsors, Intel and Folsom Ranch. Thank you to Lakeside Church, to Off the Vine Catering. Those of you that don't know, Dave's going in for knee surgery in February, so let's all send our best wishes to Dave as he... As I said earlier, if you didn't notice, the little chocolates from Snooks has the little Choose Folsom brand on it, which is awesome. Our Choose Folsom team, which is just incredible. We would not be here without the high quality capabilities of each and every one of them. I'd give them a great round of applause, please. I know, like so many of you, we needed time to connect in person and celebrate our community. It truly is an exciting time. For more information about our community, we encourage you to go to choosefolsom.com. I guess now it's going to have hashtag GSD. And we will remain here to work diligently to support our business this year. So here's to a great 2023 and hashtag Choose Folsom. Don't forget to recommend people to choose Folsom. Thank you.